Hey guys and gals, welcome to the E3 edition of our podcast. Today we talk about who's going to be there, who isn't going to be there, and what to anticipate from this year's E3. All that and more on today's podcast. Alright, so first let's just talk about E3. I remember watching the first E3 that was ever broadcast back on, I think it was G4 at the time. I can't remember if it was, I think it might have been G4 Tech TV. I'm not sure, but I think it was G4 at the time. I would have to look it up.
I think it's been going for a little bit more than that, but...
Well, being broadcasted on TV?
No,
it was...
I think it might have been Tech TV before.
I think it was at least G4 Tech TV. I think that small period of time that they were called that before they went full on G4.
I don't know, I had G4 in like 2007.
I just remember that original, the original opening that they had for E3 when it first came on TV. Because like, oh, it's closed to the public, it's only press and certain amount of tickets, blah, blah, blah. And I remember that promo, and I watch it every year E3 comes around. That stupid promo where that dude jumps off of his beanbag chair and he's like, I'm watching E3! I fucking love that thing. But, yeah, E3, I've been watching it for years, and it's always, I mean, yeah, it's just a trailer fest, but it's hype and advertisement, but it's also video games and culture and things that I love. I will be watching it for years to come. As long as it's still around, I'll be watching. And it's sad, though, that it's not really broadcast on TV. Like, I checked on Spike. They used to have, like, all-day broadcast of it. And it's just gotten shorter and shorter. And this year, they're only going to have, like, an hour and a half, 2.5-hour coverage, something like that.
Yeah, really the only thing that you're going to be able to see is, like, the online press conferences and shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I think I'll be able to do is look at the online press conferences and just try and keep up with as much as I can.
Yeah, that's what I watched last year, was like Nintendo, Sony's, and Microsoft's.
Yeah, last year I think I recorded some of it. I recorded what Spike did cover, but for the most part I just watched the coverage from either Twitch or the Xbox app. I think it was mostly Twitch that I watched from like E3's official channel or something.
Yeah.
That's probably what I'll be watching it from this year, too. I'll probably go back and forth between that and the Xbox One. I'm sure I'll watch the Xbox conference from the actual Xbox channel, just to, stroke Xbox ego. So let's talk about who's going to be at E3. I got a list here of some of the conferences. I mean, Bethesda's going to have their conference. I believe, is that their first conference like they've ever had? I feel like it is. I think it's one of the first. If it's not their first, then it's the first in a long time. Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft, the usual, Sony, Nintendo, Square Enix, but this time there's going to be a PC gaming show. Now that's going to be interesting. I'm sure you got a few things to say about that.
I didn't even know about it.
Oh, you didn't even know? There's going to be a PC is getting into the PC gamers are finally going to get on a platform and scream Master Race at everybody else.
Yeah.
Here's some of the developers and publishers and other companies that are going to be there. It's a long list, so buckle up, get some popcorn. Three Queens, 343 Studios, 505 Games, Abysmal Ninja LLC, Academy of Art University, School of Game Development, Activision, Head 3D Technology, Alienware, ANTVR, ArenaNet, Astro Gaming, Atlas, Azubu, AzuraDisc.com, Beidou Mobile Game, Bandai, Behavior Interactive, Beijing Game Pavilion, Beijing Guang. Okay, I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Some Beijing Game Company Ltd. Beijing Perfect World Network Technology, Bethesda, Big Ben Interactive, Bitbox Ltd. Blizzard Entertainment, Bloody BR1 America, Brigham Young University, Capcom USA, Chengdu.com, Chengdu West House Shoe Technology, Chengdu Inc., China Universal Press and Publication. Oh, that's nice. That way they can, alter as much as they want of it. We'll show you this one game. This is the only game we'll allow over here on our special consoles. College game competition, Common Games, Connect at E3, CPU Magazine, Crayola, Okay. Creative Mind Interactive, Crytek, Cubicle Ninjas, Curse Inc., Cyberith, Daedalic Entertainment, Deckbound, Deep Silver, Digipin, Disney, .emu, Dream Gear, DXR Racer, Dynamic Essentials, Ezars Digital, Electronic Arts, Encore Software, Extra Life West Lobby, Easy Games, Easy Cards. Oh, that's cool. Easy Cards. And who makes? Aren't they the guys that do like the Magic cards, stuff like that? Magic the Gathering? Or are they just sports cards?
I can look it up.
Okay. Fat Al, Focus Home Interactive, Fauve Inc., Frontier Developments. As you can see, this is alphabetical, and I'm only an F, just now getting to G. Game Mobile, Games Inc., Gaijin Entertainment, Game Developers Conference, Game Informer, GameChurch.com. Whoa, Game Church? Okay. Game Loft, GameSpot, Game World Distributors, G Cluster, Geotech, Granny Media Corp, Graybox, Gung Ho Online Entertainment, Hong Kong Trade Development Council, Horror USA, Hyperkin Inc., IEP, IGN, Immersion, Incom, Indiecade, NX Inc., InnoGames, International Game Developers Association, International Interactive, SA, Konami, let's see, Larian Studios, Laybox Ltd, Lazyland, Liquid, Little Orbit, Logitech, Machinima, Mad Cats, Madfinger Games, Manus Machinima, Mattel MR, Maximum Games, Mayflash Limited, Mecha Electronics, Merge VR, Microsoft Corporation, Mobile and Social Game Pavilion, Multiplayer IT, Natsume, NCSoft, OFMR, InDreams, NetEase Games, New Age Electronics, Nintendo, Nod Labs, Now Computing, NTT, Resonant Inc., NVIDIA, Nyko Technologies, Oculus, Our Palm Co., Paradox Interactive, Passepartout Localization Services, Patch Tech, PeaceOff, Perfect World Entertainment, Performance Design Products, Playtonics, Playset, Polk Audio, Prima Games, Pro vs. G.I. Joe, Quail Technology Co. Ltd., RDS Industries, Ramrom Games, Razer, Rising Games, Roundtable Studio, Royal Electronics, Samsung Electronics, Savannah College of Art and Design, CSUN Holding Limited, Sega. Wait, no, they are not going to be there. Why is that on that list? Simeg, unless they're going to have some little tiny involvement, I don't know. Simeg Tech LLC, Snow Games, Snakebite, Sonic Games Inc., Sony Computer Entertainment America LLC, Sony Computer Europe, Square Enix, SteelSeries, Take-Two Interactive, Team 17, Techland, Telltale Games, Tencent America, Tiny Build Games, Treble, Turtle Beach, Twitch, U1 Games Digital Beijing Company, Ubisoft Entertainment, UCC Distributing, University of Utah Entertainment Arts and Engineering Programs, UOL Boa Company, U-Zone Vancouver Film School, versus Evil, Video Game Voters Network, Video Game History Museum, Virtutex, Virtuos, Vuzix Corporation, Walmart Game Center, alright, Wargaming.net, Warhouse Studios, Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, What's in the Box Entertainment, Wikia, Wired Productions, and Wit Entertainment. Okay. And that is your list of people that are going to be there with their own little panels, what have it, what not, they're going to be there.
And now for a 5-minute break to get the color to come back in your face.
Okay, so there's a lot of people, obviously. This is E3, it's one of the biggest conferences of the year, but there's still going to be people who are not there, believe it or not. Just a few notable ones. Sega. I already did an article on why they might not be there, why they're skipping out on E3. I can post a link to it in the description, but honestly, Sega is not going to be there because they about all they have as far as games coming out, as we're fixing to do the list of the games that are going to be there. They did purchase Atlas, who is doing the Persona games. They have 2 Persona games coming out this year, so Atlas is going to be there, so they're going to be, one thing about Atlas is going to be there. Okay, they have the 2 Persona games confirmed, but are we going to see any of the Yakuza? That's my thing. Are we going to see more Yakuza? Probably not, because Sega doesn't have the money for Yakuza, but
yeah,
we'll see. It would be cool, though, if, surprise, here's our Persona games. Oh, and by the way, Yakuza 5. So, I don't. We'll see. But Respawn isn't going to be there, and there's no talk right now of any Titanfall 2. We also have Valve isn't going to be there. I personally don't know why they wouldn't.
Well, they don't really make... I don't know, they don't really do IPs anymore.
Yeah, I agreed, but their absence is weird. But maybe we'll see something from them from Gamescom. The only reason why I find that weird is because I don't remember if I said HTC. I feel like I did.
No, I didn't. I don't think I heard it.
Okay, so HTC isn't going to be there, so Valve's not going to be there, so we're not going to see anything from their the HTC Oculus competitor. Their version of a Oculus Rift, whatever, virtual reality headset, the VR.
Yeah, E3's never really been the thing to do anything like that with, like, Gamescom sounds like a better
probably
better
be a better
venue.
platform. The other person who's skipping out on E3 is Rockstar. Rockstar's not going to be there, even though it says Take-Two Interactive is there. I figured that meant, because I seen the list, I didn't see Rockstar in it, so I was assuming Take-Two Interactive kind of bundled Rockstar up with that. Kind of like how when you see Electronic Arts, that bundles up BioWare or anyone like that, it's going to be there. But no, Rockstar isn't going to be there as far as I know. From what I've seen, Rockstar isn't got any plans at being at E3 at all, which concerns me. You're done with GTA 5. Where's the next game? Maybe they haven't got enough ready yet, but nothing to show yet. I'm certainly disappointed, though. I was hoping to see Bully 2 or a successor to Red Dead Redemption.
At least a port to the PC.
Or a HD collect. I mean, I could see there easily being a trilogy, not a trilogy, but an HD collection of Eleanor, Red Dead, and Eleanor, Red Dead, and Bully being ported over to the newer consoles. I could easily see a 3-pack of that, and people would eat that up. Put that out for $30 or 45, something, even 50. I mean, and how about an HD remake of Red Dead for the new consoles or the PC? I mean, there's things they could be doing now that they're done with. As far as I know, they're pretty much done with GTA Online, and it doesn't really take very many people to put a gold skin on an airplane and release it as DLC. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It does not take that big of a team to do that. Hell, we have a PC version. People can mod whatever the fuck they want and put it in the game. But yeah, it's kind of shocking that Rockstar's not going to be there. I'm disappointed. I really am. As far as video games that we got, what do we got, Anthony? What do you got for us?
Alright, the list of confirmed games as of a few hours ago. We have Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Batman Arkham Knight, Battleborn, Battlefleet Gothic Armada, Blood Bowl 2, Brave Tank Hero, Crossing Souls, Call of Duty Black Ops 3, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, Destiny Expansion, Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, Disney Infinity 3.0, The Division, Divinity Original Sin Enhanced, Doom, some new Doom for whatever, Fable Legends, Fallout 4, Farming Simulator 2015, Forza 6, a new Gears of War title, Gotcha Racing, Guitar Hero Live, Halo 5 Guardians, Harvest Moon Seeds of Memories, Hollow Point, Lego Dimensions, Mad Max, Mario Maker, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, Mega Man Legacy Collection, Mordheim, City of the Damned, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, Need for Speed, Ninja Strike, Overkill's The Walking Dead, Persona 4 Dancing All Night, Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare 2, Resident Evil 0 HD, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Rock Band 4, Star Fox Wii U, Senran Kagura 2, Deep Crimson, Sniper Ghost Warrior 3, Space Hulk Deathwing, Star Wars Battlefront, Skylander Superchargers, Street Fighter 5, The Technomancer, The Walking Dead, Rainbow Six Siege, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, Vampire, WWE 2016, and XCOM 2.
Alright. XCOM 2 is going to be a PC-only game, isn't it?
Yep.
That's interesting. He said that it just couldn't work on consoles. I didn't really look too much into it, but he just...
There's a lot of mechanics that go into the XCOM games that I don't think they could, easily do with just a controller.
Yeah, he was pretty confident that he's like, I'm sticking to PC, and he considered himself a PC expert and was more focused on that. But, yep, more power to him. Another thing I was going to talk about, you know what, let's go ahead and talk about our picks. I got a few that I'm lined up. Not all these are my favorite. Some of them are just things that I think are going to be a big hit at E3, things that I think are going to be on the tip of everyone's tongue, things that people are going to be losing their minds about. Although I did not include Black Ops 3 on that list, sheerly because I boycott that game.
It doesn't even need to be mentioned.
Yeah. Oops. But yeah, go ahead. What games are you looking forward to? What games do you got in mind?
Kind of a long list. I have Arkham Knight, Battleborn, Crossing Souls, just because of the trailer I watched earlier. Crackdown 3, which I don't remember if it was on the list or not. Dark Souls 3, which also wasn't on the list. The Destiny expansion, The Division, Doom Remake, Homefront 2, and Just Cause 3, Mad Max, Metal Gear Solid 5, Minecraft Story Mode, Mirror's Edge 2, the new Naruto game, No Man's Sky, Persona 5, Rock Band 4, Star Fox Wii U, Rainbow Six Siege, and Xenoblade Chronicles X.
It's a good list. My thing, I have Crossing Souls on my list too, just because I'm curious where they're going to go with that. It just looks fun. I love the whole 80s throwback thing that's really coming back into style, so like that retro feel, the whole video tracking issues and stuff like that. I love it. It's just the more of it, the better. I have Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. 2 reasons. I do feel like this is going to be one of the not the, but one of the show stealers for E3. It looks gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Of course, those are just the cutscenes. I realize that, and like the last Deus Ex game, great cutscenes, not so great in-game graphics were not amazing. But I'm excited for it. Deus Ex has an amazing storyline, and it's cyberpunk, and cyberpunk, sells me on anything really quick. Tom Clancy's The Division. I'm psyched for this game. I mean, we really haven't. Let me see real quick here. Get over to my web pages real quick. Tom Clancy's The Division. We haven't really seen anything since. Let me see, what year was it? The last E3, was there any? I think there was a little bit more shown. A little bit more gameplay was shown at the last E3.
Yeah, it was just more gameplay in another area.
Yeah, and then there's just been delay after delay, and I'm ready for it to come out, and I'm ready for them to. I don't know what they're gonna show at this year's E3 that they haven't already shown. Every time I see the game, it blows my mind. One of the big things that stuck to me the last time I don't know if it was the last time or the first time I seen the game. I think it was around the first time, and they showed how you look up a map, and it's the holographic thing that just comes up around your character in the middle of the street.
Yeah, and you just walk around it.
I thought that was so innovative. I loved that. I think I'm ready for this game. I've been ready for this game. I thought it was going to come out this early this year, but
yeah, I've been ready for it for the past couple of years.
Yeah, I was ready for it before the new consoles had even came out yet. What else? And let me look at my list again. Let's see. Star Wars Battlefront. And not so much as in like, oh, I can't wait for this game. I think it's going to be another one of those things everyone's going to be talking about. Not as much as everyone was with the Star Wars convention, the Star Wars celebration that happened here a while back. That's when it was really at its height. It's not so much at its hype anymore. I think they need to reassure fans of their doubts. They're going to do one of 2 things, or one of 3 things. They're going to play it safe and keep it under wraps as they have already. or they're going to reassure fans that are weary of it that it's not going to be the game they think it's going to be. It's going to be better than that. It's not, there's a lot of people that are scared of this game and think they're going to mess it up. They're either going to reassure doubters that it's going to be a great game, or they're going to assure all of us it's going to be crap. That's one or the other. And or they'll play it safe and keep it low key and not have anything much other than just a little bit of gameplay here and there. But so far it looks like it's a bare bones game with very little and going to end up being a DLC fest. So far, that's what it looks like. Either that or it's just going to be a really small game, in which case, put it on the download, put it in the arcade or whatever for $40 and call it a day then. Because I'm not paying $60 for a small game that's just going to have multiplayer. Woo! Woohoo! Mad Max, of course, we've already seen a lot of that. I mean, it's fixing to come out this year, and E3 is just going to be more. It's just going to be more promos and hype for it right before it comes out. I don't think it's going to be a show stealer at all, because last year it was kind of a show stealer, and I feel like this year it's just going to be more advertisements and promos for it. Mirror's Edge, I'm looking forward to see some more gameplay from that. A little bit more of what it's going to look like, how it's going to feel. I'm just really curious. He said that her fighting style is going to be a little bit more intuitive and not so much because there was only a couple moves that she had to use.
It was all like quick time and reactions.
And this one's going to be a little bit more intuitive, so I'm interested in see what direction they go with that. Rock Band 4, of course. I'm curious about that. I can't wait to see more of it. Another thing that I'm interested in is Scalebound is supposed to have something here this year. And we haven't heard from Scalebound since the Xbox One was announced. Like when they were going through what games will be on the Xbox One. That's the last time we heard anything of it. I think they might have had another trailer for it at E3 in 2014, but I really feel like that game's going to be what have we seen? All we've seen is the Beats by Dre ripoff and dragons and some kind of dragon mancer kid. I'd like to see some gameplay maybe, or maybe a trailer explaining what this game's actually about a little bit more in depth, because right now it's pretty vague and looks like it could be a DreamWorks movie at this point. So I'm curious to see if they unveil anything new about that. What else? There's going to be a Star Wars game coming out from the company Visceral, and they're the guys behind the Dead Space series and the Dante's Inferno. And it's supposed to be an open-world Star Wars game, and I'm quite interested. I really don't know where they're going to take it. I can't fathom. I'm assuming it's going to be dark, and I feel like it might be a spiritual successor to the game that never was, which was Star Wars 1313. I think they might be going that direction. I feel like it's either going to be about a bounty hunter or a Sith, and that's simply because it's Visceral. I don't know if that's stereotyping them, that that's all they can do. Maybe they'll do something different, but, I mean, if EA and...
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, if you're good at what you do, then keep doing it.
Exactly, so I feel like they might stick to that tone. So we'll see where that goes. And Halo 5, sheerly because I want to see more story. Let's see what's going on. Who's this Spartan Lock guy? What's going on with Chief? Why is he wearing a cloak? What is this giant robot owl thing? Who's the bad guy? Is the bad guy the Protheans again? Or which I feel like it's going to be. Or is the bad guy humans now? Because you're considering an outlaw and shit. I'm interested, nonetheless. Not really interested in multiplayer at all, just the story because I love Halo. And last but not least, Mass Effect 4. That is the pinnacle of everything I am excited for. It might be the show stealer. I think the show stealers. My money's going to be on Division, as usual, Deus Ex, Halo 5, and this Star Wars game by Visceral. I think if depending on what it is and what the trailer's like, could wind up being the show stealer. Fallout 4, I think, is going to be a show stealer. I'm really, really interested in Mass Effect 4. That's obviously I'm a huge geek over that game. But like some of the ones you mentioned, though, go back to my one note. It's like some of the ones you mentioned, though, that I didn't get to was like the Minecraft story mode. I really feel like that needs to be comedy. For some reason, I picture that being a comedic game. I'm looking forward to that, though. Like, it sounds interesting.
Yeah,
But,
I saw a fan-made trailer, and it kind of painted it as like being just epic.
Yeah, I could see it being epic.
Like, it was, I don't know what they did to animate it, though, but, like, it just looked awesome.
We'll definitely be looking forward to that. But as far as show stealers go, again, Fallout 4, The Division, Deus Ex, Halo 5, Mass Effect 4, and the untitled Star Wars game. One other game I didn't mention, Forza 6. I'm curious to see where it goes. I just want to see gameplay. Like, that's my thing. It's like, don't give me a trailer, give me gameplay. I want to see in-game driving footage. I want to see a hands-on. I don't want to see captured with in-game engine. No, I want to see someone standing there playing the game, and I want to see screen capture of it, and I want to see what the game looks like. And my one thing, though, about the announcement trailer for Forza 6 was it had dubstep in it. Does this mean that we get a good soundtrack again? That's my thing, is like, bring back good music. Forza 5, I had to mute that crap. It was not good. I hated it.
Yeah, it's gone downhill since, like, Forza 3.
So, Forza 4 had a great original soundtrack. I loved the menu music in that game. That game just sounded beautiful. It was a gorgeous game. Loved Forza 4. Everything about the soundtrack was amazing. It reminded me a lot of Tron and Mass Effect 1. And I loved it. But I just would like to see, hopefully, Forza go back to their roots just a little bit. And see Turn 10 Studios, make a 180 and pull their heads out of their ass and see what they can do with the series.
Stop letting Microsoft pull all the fucking strings.
Yeah. One thing I didn't notice that's not confirmed, but EA is going to be there, and you know how EA is. Will we see any Need for Speed? I feel like it's almost guaranteed at this point that we're going to see Need for Speed. They just haven't said anything.
Well, yeah, it's on the list.
It was? That updated list?
Yeah, the Need for Speed from Ghost Games and EA.
Okay, that's cool. Sorry, I must have missed that one. But, yeah, I'm excited. That's another one I'm excited to see.
I'm on the fence about it. Like, I want it. I want to be excited about it, but it's not the same company anymore.
Yeah, I really feel like they're going to go for an underground feel. If they can... Here's my deal. I'm excited for Forza 6, but if they make a Need for Speed Underground 3, per se, or a spiritual successor, a spiritual resemblance of that game, then I will be sold for that one. Not to say that I'm not going to buy both, which I probably will, but I will be psyched for an Underground reboot. But one other thing, Xbox One released a new update for, and Major Nelson said that their Xbox Ones will get a small update, and there will be no new features, and so it's just a few behind-the-scenes, so software tweaks and stuff, behind-the-scene changes to prepare for the future, which is both exciting and terrifying, because that either means my console is going to be worthless with some new user interface that they're going to try and force down our throats, or personally, let's just build on what we have, make what we have better, and fix the bugs and glitches and annoying things and red tape that we already have, and open it up a little bit and make this console better than it already is.
You know what would be the greatest thing ever?
What?
Is if they brought back the Blade system from the 360.
If they could do it a way to make it feel next gen, yes, go for it.
I miss that interface so much.
I'm down for it. I mean, if they can bring back, as long as I have a streamlined interface. I mean, I have no real complaints of the interface. Yeah, it can be a little buggy, but
slow.
I do feel like there's so many. It's not so much the interface that I love with the Xbox One. It's the background processing and the quick, like the shortcut keys that I press on my controller to get where I want to be anywhere. Like, I can go from watching playing a game and go watch Netflix, watch YouTube, change something on my user profile, then go back and pick my game right back up where I left off. There's stuff like that. But like I said, take what's there, make it better, and add to what's already a decent console, and just make it better. As far as their future, the plans go, I don't want to say anything, because
I think they're mostly just preparing for Windows 10 and DirectX 12.
Most likely. I just hope.
The interface thing, I don't think it's going to be a huge change.
I don't think they'll change the interface much at all either. I mean, especially how they're trying to. They want their phones to look the same. They want their laptops and desktops to look the same. They want their console to look the same. I get that. Make everything the same and
unified.
Unified, exactly, and make it all streamlined. That's cool and all, but there is more problems at hand with the console. Just little things that bug the crap out of me that I feel like could be fixed. I mean, just to name one, there's the Twitch thing with not being able to record party chat while you're in a game, and there's just little software things here and there with red tape that they could really work at and make better. And one other thing, how about a goddamn music streaming service? I want Spotify or Slacker Radio or Last.fm or Pandora. Give me something. 360 had it, and now with the Xbox One's capabilities to have something running in the background, let me have it on there. You know?
Shit, the PlayStation 4 has that ability.
Yeah. So I feel like if we're going to be updating the console, we got some catching up to do and some fixing and explaining to do before we go and try and pretend like we're the future. We got to be caught up with the current before we can get caught up with the future. You know, like be in this generation before you can plan to be your next generation. You know, I might want to look ahead before you take a few steps before you jump.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, that's pretty much wraps up I'd call this the pre-E3 show. I mean, we're just talking about what we want to see and dream to see. I mean, I don't know. There's not much else to be said until we see it. I mean, there's a lot of you never know. This is only the rumors and confirmed stuff that you got coming out ahead of time, and then when it comes out, there'll be some giant ass game you didn't even know was gonna be like something mind blowing. I feel like E3 usually someone always has something up their sleeve at EA, and maybe Sega shows up, reveals a new console. You never know. But we're not going to be there. Come out with a new Dreamcast. It's like the Xbox One and PS4 had a baby, and it was like a god PC system.
God, that would be amazing.
By Sega. And just imagine when it comes on, this is a shiny Sega logo comes up.
Oh.
But it's still that old Sega. Or better yet, just get some hot chick just be like, Sega.
Oh.
That comes on, it boots up, and that happens. You're like,
I don't need anything else.
Yeah, I'm sold. But yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll probably be making a video next week after we see some of the more things that are coming out with E3 and any behind-the-scenes stuff, like something new that comes up. We'll try and cover it. We'll be telling our opinions, basically. So if you want to hear what we're excited for, what we thought was awesome at E3, be sure to catch us back here next week for our post-E3 show. Thanks, guys, for listening and tuning in, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow us on our Facebook, Tumblr, and Twitter. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.